Let me raise an issue also that some of your critics are raising. Do you consider yourself a fundamentalist?
What is the meaning of fundamentalist?
Do you consider yourself a
what
religious
is the
fundamentalist?
meaning of fundamentalist?
Would
you have to first define what a fundamentalist is.
Do you perhaps an extremist?
What is extremist? In what?
Do you consider that you have very, very strong beliefs in your faith?
Why wouldn't I believe in my faith?
That a lot of people consider you as an extremist or a fundamentalist.
What is being extremist in being law-abiding?
Is it the first time you are hearing it, Honorable Minister?
No, people say it, and I always challenge them. If you consider me as an extremist, I have been in public life for 39 years. Give one example of what I have done to show that I'm a violent person, or to show that I'm an intolerant person, or to show that I hate people of other religions.
Perhaps you should give an example to convince your critics.
I mean, it is those accusing me that must give evidence of what they accuse me of.
Maybe they think you have some tendencies.
Like what?
Perhaps it's a very good ground for you to convince them that you're not.
It is so simple. What I have seen is, in the past, people see either a very good Muslim who is not sufficiently educated or exposed, or somebody who is so exposed and so well educated that is a bad example of a Muslim. I thank God that I combine the best of both. I have the best of education from Great Ife, and I'm also a fantastic Muslim, if you like. Fantastic in the sense that I try to follow the dictates of my religion. I don't follow the dictates of other people's religion, and I don't enforce anybody to believe in what I believe. And in any case, as a Yoruba man, I have relations who are Christians at the mother's side and at the father's side. I have a lot of cousins that I've trained. Again, more importantly, I'm a product of the Baptists.
Really?
I'm a product of the Baptists.
I
attended Baptist High School. My late principal, Mr. S. Ogunran Samuel Ogundiran, of blessed memory, facilitated my going to secondary school. He also facilitated my going to university. So in what way would I be an ingrate to hate his religion or to hate his brethren? It is simply inconceivable. People, you see, when you are very good, I thank God that God has given me that grace. A lot of people, out of envy, because they cannot pull you down on the basis of merit, they have to look for soft targets to use against you. I am one person who tries to be the best in whatever I am.
It's interesting that you have heard what your critics are saying.
Of course,
but sometimes it's very,
I challenge them,
yeah.
And nobody has been able to give any scintilla of evidence.
It's interesting that this is not the first time you're hearing it. I laughed when you were talking, when you mentioned your university. I've met a lot of people, graduates of University of Ife, who say that that's perhaps the best school. I mean, they should visit University of Ife, where I graduated from, to understand what going to university means altogether. So that's on a lighter note. But let's look at the 2019 election.
Yes.
Do you think your principal, the president, Muhammadu Buhari,
he will have it as a walkover? I mean, it's obvious.
Really? Have you seen latest polls?
What is it? Which polls?
The polls about the 2019 election.
Polls from his enemies or from people who are,
independent polls that says that predicted the 2015 election, and it happened exactly the way they said. And they predicted the 2019 election.
I can bet it will. A lot of people decide to fool themselves. They do not know Buhari, and they did not know who the masses of this country are. I'm very sure that, I'm yet to see anybody from PDP or from any other party who would challenge him. As a matter of fact,
challenging him or defeating him?
Even to challenge him,
challenge means that you can be in a race with him, but defeating him,
electorally, Buhari will make mincemeat of any such challenger.
Really?
Look, there are so many other parties today. I'm so confident about what I'm saying, and thank God that since Buhari came, every election which has been conducted by INEC has been with success in the superlative terms, in the sense that nobody can accuse INEC, in good conscience now, that it has, abetted, rigging.
I mean, this confidence in empirical terms, evidence that what you think will make Buhari the kind of candidate that can emerge winner in 2019. What gives you that confidence?
You want to know?
Yeah.
Very good. During the 2015 elections, we campaign on the plank of three main issues. The first is fighting corruption. The second is fighting insurgency. And the third is reviving the economy. And I want to assess or analyze the achievements in this regard. If you have time.
No, we're out of time, actually. So, but in those three areas, you think Buhari has done well?
In none of these three have we scored less than 65% success.
That's how you will rate this government.
I mean, any objective person will do that, and I have empirical evidence to support.
You are an insider, and when you
that is why I know better. As an insider, I know better. I know what we promised, and I know what we have been able to deliver, and I know that Nigerians are appreciative. We have created more jobs than any other government in the last 20 years has created. Well, we have done better in agri.
The figures, Honorable Minister.
If you don't have time, well,
we don't have time.
The public will know that I have all the evidence to reel out. It is you not giving me the time to do this.
It's interesting. We will close the program now, but I'll put you on the spot in 20 seconds. Tell me, have you performed as a minister?
I thank God that I have, and I'll give you a clear example.
You have 10 seconds to do that.
10 seconds. When I came on board, initially when I was appointed, stakeholders in the ICT industry protested my appointment because I was coming from a field and a profession which is not ICT. But barely 1.5 years thereafter, the stakeholders gave me a fellowship of the Nigeria Computer Society.
Wow,
remember, Nigeria Computer Society is the umbrella organization for all ICT stakeholders. They gave this award to me on the platter of gold in appreciation of my performance as someone who has provided leadership for the ICT industry.
I wish we could continue. I have a list of a whole lot of questions for you, but we're out of time. We have some other issues to attend to tonight. Honorable Minister for Communications and an aspirant in the Oyo State governorship race, Mr. Adebayo Shittu, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on the program.
It's my pleasure being here.
Thank you, and I wish you the best in the coming days.